Baseballs, double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. We hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man Sauce, and we are back at it once again with episode 63. Saucey, what's good? What's good, my man?
We're back, Dom. We're back. Show 63. Few things coming out of the hobby. As we know, obviously the industry summit was this past weekend.
Yep.
Anyone who doesn't know what that is, we'll talk about it a bit more in Hobby Talk. Then, obviously, we had the two big AFL prelim finals. We've locked up who are the grand finalists. We won't talk too much about that, but we'll go over a bit of the prelims, and we'll do a grand final preview next week on the show. And then we obviously preview a few other things, UFC coming up. We talk a massive Formula One race, Doma, where mate, smiles all around. Our boy Danny Rick, 4 years it's taken him to get back to the top, but it was an amazing race.
I reckon I celebrated more when the crash happened in that race than when Ronaldo scored his first goal back at United. I reckon you messaged me, Lukey cut the clip, and you said to me, you got to watch it, your reaction. He goes, what the hell? He goes, you were so happy. I'm like, bro, it was unbelievable. So we'll get into it. Quick plug as well. I'm trying to get a new setup, I'm trying here. All right, I haven't got saucy walls of bloody wax over there. Got some stands, got some cards up. I've got my Aikman rookie, got my Shaq rookie, got my Zard. These gentlemen, TD, Design Works, and Hobby Supplies. Check them out. $3 a stand, Saucy. Amazing stuff.
Rippers.
Amazing stuff.
Absolute rippers.
This is not advertising. We're not sponsored by them. Just fantastic stuff. They're Aussies. They're doing great stuff in the hobby, and we just wanted to give them a plug. Check out their stuff. I've got these three up. I've got my Skybox Michael versus Magic Finals card that I've shown about 4,000 times. I've now got this bad boy in my possession, my Bobby Charlton, that's sitting on the stand as well on my desk. So I get to look at that every day. So I'm pretty happy. So plug them.
A few fellas in the chats as usual.
Adam. We'll give him a plug as well, Sauce, while we're at it. Just dominating in the custom card side of things in the hobby. Very, very proud of him. He's done some great stuff with some baseball. His NRL stuff is phenomenal as well. Everything he does is just epic.
And I'll tell you what, Doma, there's a little something coming on the way, which we'll reveal it on the show that Adam has created for me, and I am so excited to get it. Hasn't come in the mail yet. Hasn't come yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to drop his Instagram page in the comments, so feel free to go over there.
You know
Adam,
what I might send him?
Beats
Sauce?
and Breaks.
Sauce, you know what I might send him? I might send him a Wayne Carey rookie card and get him to work his wizardry on a rookie card.
Ooh, I like it.
That's not a bad one. I was thinking about it. He's my favorite player.
You've got a few of them anyway, so you can spare one.
Yeah, I've got too many. Joel's in as well. We got... Oh, man.
Your toes are hot.
Your toes are hot. I thought it said you're too sexy, Dom. I love you. Thank you. He followed us. Appreciate that, bro. All right, let's get into it, Sauce. AFL, 2 prelims, 2 boilovers, smashings. Melbourne came out and just demolished Geelong on the Friday night, and then massive upset. I'm going to say it's a huge upset, and we'll get to it when we get to our favorite segment of the show. But massive upset. Port Adelaide getting just killed by the Dogs. Dogs are up by 10 goals at halftime, and they're flying. So 2 Vic teams back in the granny for a second straight year. Obviously, we had Richmond Geelong last year, and we got Melbourne versus the Dogs. 2 great sides down here in Victoria. A massive premiership drought, obviously, for Melbourne. But one of the longest, or if not the longest, for a Victorian team. So the ball's in their court, Sauce. You tipped them to win it. My tip is gone. I did say that Port were going to get the job done. But inevitably they choked for 2 years straight. So what are you going to do? Did you catch any of the game?
Caught plenty
No?
of it, mate. I watched both of them. Sorry, mate. I was just trying to send out the tweet and let people know that we're live on air. So yeah, it's a bit of impromptu promotion. So yeah, caught both games. Caught both games. I mean, let's be honest. The Melbourne game, I stopped watching after halfway through the third quarter. It was a no contest. Maxi Gorn had an absolute field day. He played the game of his life. We'll talk about a bit more about Maxi Gorn next week, which genuinely I think he could be the most influential player on grand final day, because I
100%.
really don't think the Dogs have a team to even go with him. A player that can even go with him. But it was demolition. And look, other than the first 10 minutes, Geelong were in the game. Other than that, it was all the Ds. I mean, what more can you say? The scoreboard tells it all, Doma. It's worrying signs for Geelong. I've seen a graphic during the week, their list, the age of their list. I'm getting a bit of a possible, like North Melbourne, how you guys pushed for those prelims and stuff, and your age of your list was very, very old, and then all of a sudden, you had to get rid of these guys, and you just fell off a cliff. Geelong hasn't fallen off that cliff for a long, long time. I think it's coming. I really do. So I worry for Geelong. They do have some young talent down there, and they've got some guys who have now played, 100+ games, and they're coming up the ranks, Guthrie and Menegola and stuff like that. But, the talent that's going out at the other end, it's hard to replace. So I think, it could be worrying. So I think they'll be all right next year. I think they'll be back up there again. But I'm talking, 2-3 years from now, I'd be stressing out if they don't start bringing on more younger talent. Melbourne, dominant. They're my team to win the whole thing. I'm still confident that they can win the whole thing. I've been stacking them Christian Petrarca Prestige 2021 PMGs.
We might have to reach out and try and get him on the show. I reckon we should try and do that next week. Get him on grand final week. I'm going to reach out to him.
There we go. We'll give him a message. We'll see if we can get him on. Why not? Good mention there, Adam. Good mention. Shame we weren't featuring the granny, Nathan Jones, but he's had a brilliant career. Unfortunate that just that's the way the cookie crumbles. He's just not in their best 22. He was left out of the game last week, he hasn't played a hell of a lot of games this season. He's had injuries and things, but he's had a brilliant career, and I'm sure he'll still be stoked if the Ds can get the W. Let's be honest, 85% of his career was spent, getting pumped. Yeah, and he was by far the best player on that D side. So, look, Nathan Jones has had a brilliant career.
It'd be unfortunate. He probably won't get a gig in the granny. Just unlucky, but he is the heart and soul of the club and has been. So, congrats to him, but it is unfortunate for someone that's been there that long. But we'll see what happens. We're not giving any predictions, as we said. No Norm Smith predictions, no grand final predictions, but Brownlow Sauce, Sunday, 7:30, it begins. Quick tip. Who are you going for?
I'm going for the Bont. I reckon he can take out the whole thing.
I'm going with the craziest, most outlandish pick. And they finished on top of the ladder. And the guys that probably everyone thinks are going to get the votes wouldn't get the votes if it wasn't for Max Gawn. I'm actually tipping him to win it. He'd be the first ruckman since Jim Steins, I think, to win a Brownlow. And he'd be the first ruckman in the modern era to win a Brownlow. I reckon he's dominated. He's been very good. He not only dominates around the ground, he does kick goals. And as you know, goals and possessions attracts attention from umpires. He's the one that's feeding the pill down Petrarca and Oliver's throat in stoppages. I don't know. I'm just going outside the box. Bit outside the box. So we'll see what happens. We've got Maddie in here. How you going? Angelo's in. Adam likes my Gorney pick. I rate that. All right, let's move on, Sauce. EPL. And as you know, I could not wipe the smile off of my face on the weekend. So let's run through the results. Palace beat the Spurs in... You and I watched this pre-watch party. Terrible by the Spurs. Just brain fart by...
the centre-back.
Ngunga? Is it Ngunga? That they got him down to 10 men, and then they just got overrun by Palace. Who was?
But even before that, Doma, they were severely outplayed.
Yeah. Who was the fella came on? The French player came on, scored twice in 5 minutes.
Yeah, Eduardo. Yeah, I've got it up here. Yeah. I've got it up here. So it was Tanganga, which you were correct, got the red card. Mind you, he got a listen to this, Doma. This is how idiotic it was. He got a yellow card on the 53rd minute, right? And then you got a second yellow card on the 58th minute. So 2 yellow cards in the space of 5 minutes. You deserve to get off the field. And the second one was just stupid. Like, lost the ball. Obviously, rash challenge, dived in right in front of the ref. Ref didn't even hesitate. Second yellow, see you later. Wilfred Zaha scored the penalty on the 76th minute. Then Osonu, Eduardo came on, the Frenchman, fresh in from Celtic, transfer, and banged the goal. He subbed on in the 84th minute, and he banged the goal in the 84th minute. How good is that? That's unreal.
Good return for the Spurs.
And then he banged the second in the 92nd. So
very good stuff. Then we had Chelsea cleaning up Aston Villa 3-0, Wolves beat Watford 2-0, Southampton, West Ham 0-0, City beat Leicester 1-0, Brighton beat Brentford 1-0, Arsenal finally get a win 1-0 over Norwich. Liverpool beat Leeds 3-0. Everton beat Burnley 3-1. And of course, my boys, United, 4-1, got the job done against Newcastle. This was a watch party feature, and it was pretty much watching me like a kid in a candy store, along with Ben, who is a fellow Manchester United supporter, for probably a good solid 105 minutes, Sauce, just carrying on like idiots. So it was good to see him back. Much to say on it. To the people that set messages and put stuff out there about Ronaldo kicking jammy goals and, he's a flog and he's this and that. You can think whatever you want. And and to those people that are massive Premier League fans, honestly, you should be disappointed in yourself for saying shit like that. He's come back to the best league in the world, and he's made it even better. He didn't choose to go play Farmers League football. He came to play in the best league in the world. I said it to a mate last night, and I'll say it again on this podcast. Lionel Messi, mind you, has not played. Yeah, has not played. But once Ronaldo moved to United, he has been irrelevant in world football. No one's talking about him. He's been irrelevant. What? Because they go, yeah, but he hasn't played. Okay, because I want to watch him play against duds. Do I want to watch Ronaldo line up against Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham? Or do I want to watch PSG line up against Rennes and RC Lens, the other team there, and Nice, who've got no one? Like, he has made Messi irrelevant. So that's just my opinion. You might call me crazy, but just think about it. So it was great to see him score, Sauce. He scored twice. He also scored this morning in the Champions League. I will talk about that very soon. But let's head over to this week's games. We've got Newcastle, Leeds, Wolves, Brentford, Burnley, Arsenal, Liverpool, Palace, City, Southampton, Norwich, Watford, Villa, Everton, Brighton, Leicester, West Ham, United, Spurs, Chelsea, and then over to the table quickly. Funnily enough, Sauce, United are on top with 10 points, equal with Chelsea, Liverpool, and Everton all on 10. City in 5th on 9. Brighton in 6th on 9. Tottenham in 7th. West Ham 8th. Leicester 9th, Brentford and Palace both on 5 points, 10th and 11th. Villa 12th, Wolves, Southampton, Watford, Arsenal 13th to 16th, and then Leeds 2 points on 17th, and then Burnley, Newcastle, and Norwich all in relegation zone.
We're off the bottom of the ladder, Dom.
With 1 point Norwich on.
And it wasn't
0.
pretty. And it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
It was a 1-0 against Norwich, which you just said they're on the bottom of the ladder, right? They've kicked 1 goal in 4 games. They've conceded 11.
It's the battle of the bottom.
It was very, very underwhelming. Obviously, I had that game on as well while watching the United game. I had both streams on. And, look, Arsenal weren't. I wasn't impressed, to say the least.
All right, so now Champions League this morning. If I'm having issues tonight with my connection, I don't know what's going on. It's doing my head in. But we can start with my mob. Not great. Not great. Safe to say that Ronaldo does what Ronaldo does, and he scored again. So he's kicked 3 goals in 2 games. But wasn't our finest hour. We went down to 10 men. Wan-Bissaka got sent off. And then we copped a goal in stoppage time, which is always fantastic. It's what you want to see. And we lost to Young Boys. Didn't think that would ever happen in my lifetime, but it has. We still got 5 goes at it in that group. But it is what it is. We move on. Hopefully we can get a few more wins in our upcoming games, but it's not a great start to our campaign. Just want to touch on it, and I'll just want to point something out. Solskjaer has coached 11 Champions League games, and this is where you earn your money as a manager. And I've kept saying it, Sauce. You know my feelings on Solskjaer. I'm not saying it again, all right? I'm not saying it again. But his record in Champions League is 4 wins and 7 losses. I'm just putting it out there, all right? You get paid the big bucks to win in Champions League, and he's 4-7 in Champions League games. So we also had Sevilla and Salzburg drew 1-1, Lille and Wolfsburg 0-0, Villarreal and Atalanta 2-2, Chelsea beat Zenit 1-0, Juventus beat Malmo 3-0, Bayern beat Barcelona 3-0, Dynamo Kiev and Benfica drew 0-0. And then in tomorrow's games, we've got Besiktas versus Dortmund, Sheriff versus Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan versus Real Madrid, which will be a ripper. Then we've got Atletico versus Porto. We've got Club Brugge against PSG, Liverpool versus Milan, Man City versus Leipzig, Sporting versus Ajax to round it off. So some quality games in there tomorrow. Spewing as a Milan fan, Zlatan will not be playing in that game against Liverpool, managed for injury. Obviously, he's coming back from that injury, which he scored on the weekend because he's just that good. All right, so let's move on. F1. Talk to me. I'm going to let you lead it this time because you just were loving life. Oh, you went to bed. You went to bed.
But what was my... The message was,
I'll read you the message on the stream. I'll read you exactly what you sent me because you went to bed because you woke up to watch the Browns versus Chiefs game.
Yeah, I woke up early to watch the NFL. I was up at 4 a.m. I got up about halfway through the second quarters, and I watched all those games, and then followed it into the 6 a.m. games. So I was like, I couldn't do it all. So I chose the NFL over the F1. I mean, I'm disappointed because I would have rather stay up and see Danny Rick get the W. But I did say, "Oh, come on!" I'm expecting a podium from Danny Rick. And when I woke up and seen the GIF in the Discord group, with Danny Rick, come on, Danny Rick, and you put the Danny Rick big smiling GIF in the Discord group in the F1 chat. I was celebrating. I got onto the Twitter. I retweeted the Danny Rick F1 image from the official Formula One account, and said, "You little ripper." 4 years, Dom, it's been since he's been on that number 1 podium spot, and 4 years since we've seen a shoey And boy, oh boy, was that shoey sweet as ever. But just run us through the race, because there was some crazy stuff that went down.
So his Sauce's message was, "Catch you then, mate. Come on, Danny Rick. I want a podium." And he woke up to
See?
He woke up to that to a win. So I don't know. This race was incredible. Danny Rick obviously pipped Verstappen on the first turn and was leading for a fair chunk of this race until the pit stops came around. Valtteri Bottas started in last and ended up finishing the race in third. It was a great drive by him. I genuinely thought, a lot of people said what would have happened when he caught up to Lewis, like if Lewis maybe was still in the race. It genuinely looked like, watching that race, that he had more pace than Lewis Hamilton did. Valtteri
Say that
Bottas.
again. He started last and he finished third.
Yeah.
That's an amazing drive.
Yeah, I genuinely, Sauce, I reckon he had more pace than Lewis did. He just looked so quick. I don't know if that was because he was just overtaking everyone leading up to, obviously, a Mercedes and a Red Bull, but he was flying. He was setting quick laps, and the lap times were just phenomenal. Sorry. But it all came down to one incident, and Max pitted, and they effed up his pit. The left rear just struggled to come off, and then they fixed it all up, and oh man, like that 11 seconds cost him. So when Hamilton went and pitted, he came out, and it was Norris and Verstappen pretty much jostling. Well, they were right near each other on the straight coming down from pit lane, and Hamilton's come out and they've taken the first corner. So Hamilton's come in to take the first corner, and Max didn't back out, but Lewis didn't give him room. In my opinion, I think it was a 50-50, in my opinion, genuinely. And Verstappen clips the back of Hamilton. Literally, the car goes on top of Hamilton's car. His rear left, literally lands on top of the halo around the driver. It actually squashes on top of Hamilton's head. The
halo saved him.
The halo did save him. I reckon he could have easily broken his neck, if the car with the force came down on his head. Definitely would have knocked him out, potentially could have killed him. So thank God for the safety in F1 motorsport now and how far it's come along. Thankfully, Lewis is all right. But in saying that, Verstappen got out of the car and he walked off. A lot of people said he didn't even acknowledge if Lewis was okay. He actually looks at Lewis, literally looks at him. He would have said something. You can't tell when he's got his helmet on, so he's probably said something to him, and Lewis has probably said, I don't know what Lewis has said, but he's walked off after he's turned to him and said something. He stops and pauses, so he obviously would have got a response. Whether Lewis said, "Get fucked" for crashing me out, or he didn't, at least he knew he was responsive and he walked off. So the whole race was pretty much just like, was it his fault? Was it Max's fault? Was it Lewis's fault? In the end of the day, like, I celebrated for the fact that they both went out. Danny Rick was first. That's genuinely all I cared about. Like, I couldn't care less. Max is copping a 3-spot grid penalty in the next race. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. They were both out. The points stay exactly the same. Verstappen still beating Hamilton. And Danny Rick, from start to finish, happy days. Got the job done. His teammate Lando Norris behind him. Valtteri Bottas in third. Yep. It was Ricciardo's first win since 2018 as well. So it's been 3 years in the making for him. Charles Leclerc in fourth. Sergio Perez in fifth. Sainz in sixth. Stroll in seventh. Alonso in eighth. George Russell in ninth. Esteban Ocon in 10th. So it was very eventful, Sauce. Very eventful. Daniel Ricciardo, clearly very emotional post-race. A lot of people giving him so much flack, including myself. I'll put my hand up there. Said that he made a mistake going to Renault. Could have made a mistake going to McLaren. It seems to be working itself out. He's been finding a fair bit of pace in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. One race was a washout. So he's looked the goods. he has looked the goods. He drove a flawless race, and he deserved it. And I think we're all very proud of him down here in Australia. So you got the shoey back out on the podium, Sauce. That's all that matters.
There it is.
There it is.
The shoey.
There it is. Had the shoey out. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so very good. And then over to the World Championship, Verstappen still in front by 5 points over Hamilton. Bottas on 141, Lando 132, Perez 118, Leclerc 104, Sainz 97.5, Ricciardo 83, Gasly 66, and Alonso 50. That's the top 10. And then over constructors, Mercedes is 18 points in front of Red Bull. McLaren is on 215, Ferrari 201.5, then Alpine 95, AlphaTauri 84, Aston Martin 59, Williams 22, Alfa Romeo 3, and Haas with a donut. So if you want to get more in depth with some of the other news in terms of race drivers, swapping teams and stuff, definitely head over to Off the Grid. Listen to that. You'll get some reactions from us all when the crash happened, and definitely a lot of other content. We spoke about F1 cards in there and the price change in boxes and the Sapphire and Topps Chrome. So definitely go over there and check it out. It is episode 6 of Off the Grid. Next race is in 2 weeks, also. So we'll cover it next week. There you go.
That's it, mate. We've clipped that, so we'll release that out on the Double Coverage .media Instagram, and you can see the absolute celebrations that Doma was. I mean, it looked like he was celebrating Manchester United scoring a goal in the Champions League final. The way he was going on, it was pretty.
Mate, I was saying stuff like they're going to take off their helmets and gloves like in hockey and just start boxing on. I genuinely thought they were going to be like helmet off, gloves off, helmet off, and they were going to just start duking it out between each other. It was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, to be honest. But eventful race, and well done to Danny Rick. All right, so let's move on. Bit of UFC. It was a card, I'm pretty sure. I hope.
UFC, yeah. Sorry, mate. I'll just get it up.
That's all right. I'll just get through Adam here. He said, deservedly cops a 3-place penalty. He said, also, Schumacher doco is out on Netflix, about 2.5 hour runtime. Nice. I'll definitely sit down and watch that.
All right, don't worry. UFC this weekend, Sunday the 19th, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Have a look on your local guides to see when it begins for you. It's fight night, Smith versus Spahn. Run through the main card. Got a couple of good fights on here. Joaquin Buckley and Antonio Arroyo in the middleweight division. Nathan Manes against Tony Gravelli in the bantamweight. Lightweight, we got Armin. This is a good one. Sukruyan against Christos Giagos. And then we got the women flyweight Ariana Lipsky against Mandy Boehm, who hasn't lost a fight, so that'll be interesting in the women's division. And the light heavyweight, you got Ian Kutelaba against Devin Clark, and then in the light heavyweight main event, Anthony Smith against Ryan Spann. That'll be a good fight. But the real action is the following week, Donna, which I'll jet up for the people out there. The main event, UFC 266, Sunday, the 26th of September. This is the one we're really looking forward to. Alexander Volkanovski defends the title against Brian Ortega. So that's what we're looking forward to, UFC 266 on the Sunday, the 26th. That's really what we want to see. This is not a bad card. There's a couple of good fights on here. I've been trying to do a bit more research on the UFC. Been getting a bit of word from people that watch the sport and have watched the sport for a while, and really know it, and know the up and comers, and they've been giving me some names of guys that are just sort of new. So I've been adding them to a list, and that they're potential guys that if they release a rookie card or things like that, and they're potentially a cheaper pickup. We might have some UFC plays for later on for fighters that are new and upcoming, because you want to get on them before they go on a run. If they go on a 100%. run they win 5-6 fights in a row, you've already missed your boat. And if they've got a rookie card, their rookie card's probably spiked in price. But if you pick them up, relatively early, that's what you want to be doing. But yeah, that's it for UFC, mate. Not too much to speak about. There was no card on the weekend, so yeah.
Very nice. All right, Sauce. Over to the NFL. Obviously, a few things happening in this space for us. We've got Cardboard Cooper, who is going to be a regular feature on this show. He'll be doing previews and reviews of the NFL. It could be weekly. It depends on when we can get him. But he's another family member of the Double Coverage family. Jumping on. He loves it. He's very knowledgeable about the sport. There's a few things as well. Like, he's much more knowledgeable than me, considering I said that Russell Wilson was going to bottom out the division and if I can put on a clinic over the on Monday. So I look like an absolute fool. And I did say that Packers were going to win the Super Bowl, and that's even looking pretty shies and hoozing at the moment. So let's go through week one results.
Week one.
We had Bucks beating the Cowboys 31-29. This was a ripping game. Brady's got the most QB wins with 15 in week one games since 1950. Pretty incredible for him in his, stellar career, to be honest. Great game, Sauce. I was very surprised. The Cowboys cost themselves the game. We covered this on Lockdown Lounge, so we won't get too much into it. But they had the opportunity to beat Brady. They just gave Tom Brady 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock, which is, you just don't give him time. It's a mistake. You never give the man time. Then we had the Texans. Will we say it's an upset defeating the Jaguars 37-21? I don't know.
No, not at all.
They're both poo teams.
The
Texans played out of their mind. It was good to watch Trevor Lawrence. He started pretty hot and then went pretty cold, and then he was all right at the end as well, trying to get them back in the game. But Houston was just too good. Chargers defeating the Washington football team. Justin Herbert looked good. One of the best defenses in the game on the Washington football team. He looked good, Sauce. It's honestly, he looks a bit bigger. His frame's a lot bigger. He's got a cannon of an arm, and it's so accurate. It's troublesome for teams. Very troublesome for teams going forward in this league. Then we had the Seahawks defeating your boys, the Colts, 28-16.
Just cooked
Russell.
in the first half, man. Just absolutely cooked,
man.
Russell.
You know
what? I'm not even that upset. Like I say, I'm a Colts. Like I follow the Colts, but I'm not like super passionate about it. But I do love Russell Wilson. Like I've spoke about him how many times on this show before, Doma. I love the way he goes about it, and he's just a great quarterback to watch. The way he's able to keep players alive, and he's small, but I mean, he plays a lot bigger than what he looks. That's for sure.
He's very good.
He's a gun. Yeah, I love him.
Then we had, just quickly on that, the Colts. My boy, he played so well. He's so good, Jonathan Taylor. I'm just worried he's going to get wasted. He's just so good. He dominated. Then we had Jets losing to the Panthers. Darnold versus his old team. And I'll tell you what, how good is Christian McCaffrey? How good is Christian McCaffrey? He's a freak. It is the 5th career game that he's had 80-plus rush yards with 80-plus receiving yards. It's incredible. Darnold was just, whenever he was in a pickle, you just look up, see 22, and just throw it. You just throw it. He makes things happen. He's a gun. Then we had the Bengals beating our good friend, Kirk Cousins.
You like that? You like that?
I couldn't believe this, 27-24. They look good, the Bengals. Joey B, your boy. He's your boy.
My boy, Joey B. I like him. I like the way he goes about it. I watched games of him last year. I'm like, this guy's got talent. His decision making's pretty good. He's got a good arm. So I just hope that they can give him the protection he needs because he's got the ability to become a very, very good quarterback in this league. But as Cooper said, Bengals not renowned for building a winning franchise. So that's probably the only worry that we've got with Joey B is
100%.
just the Bengals franchise, just having the ability to put a team around him that's going to be able to compete, make playoffs, and, ultimately win their division. So,
100%.
yeah, look, that's the only worry. But good nonetheless. Vikings defense is not, they're one of the better defenses in the league. But yeah, ultimately,
It is the one thing to keep in mind. It is week one. There's a lot of
It is week
cobwebs in week one. So I'm not going to take I'm hoping that the Packers' reflection when we get to that game isn't a true reflection of what we're going to see for the season. So
I'll mention something when
we get to that. Cardinals versus Titans. Kyler Murray. I said this with Coop. I said with Maddie, last week on the pod when we did our preview. Like, I reckon they're going to be very good, and they touched up the Titans, an absolute beauty, beating them by 25 points, 38-13. So that team is looking very good. 49ers beat the Lions 41-33. Steelers, your mob that you love so much, beat the Bills. That was an upset, 23-16. Eagles beat the Falcons 32-6. Broncos beat the Giants 27-13. Dolphins, my boys, beat the Patriots 17-16. Bears lost to the Rams 34-14. It was good to see that who was it? Andy Dalton lasted one interception and 64 throwing yards before they replaced him with the rookie there in Chicago against the Rams. They had enough of him. And then we had a ripping game on Monday Night Football between the Ravens and the Raiders. Raiders got the job done. Man, I tell you what, Vegas Dave was loving life, man. He even put out a freaking video after they won. I don't know if you caught it, Sauce. He's like, that's why I invest Derek Carr. Yeah, all right. The guy that he looked horrendous at the beginning. I put it in our Discord. I said, and someone else even commented, Derek Carr, what's going on here? He looked horrendous. He got carried a fair bit. But anyway, he did well towards the end. I think he threw the ball 58 times in that game, Sauce.
56 times, 34 of 56 on the completion. Threw one pick. But ultimately he got the W. So you can't really, you can't really, dispute the fact. I mean, putting up 17 points in the fourth quarter. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed that the Ravens didn't get the job done, man. I'm disappointed.
Man, that OT was crazy. It came down to the last, I think, minute and a half in the OT. There was just so many 3 and outs. It was crazy. It was really entertaining to watch. Big plays coming up in big moments, and it stopped the Ravens and vice versa, stopping the Raiders winning the game even earlier. So it was really great watching. But the 2 games we probably want to talk about, all right? First one, you got up and watched this. I haven't caught the replay yet. So I probably will get around to watching that tomorrow, just brushing up on it. But Browns versus Chiefs. Chiefs got the job done 33-29. Cleveland are 1-21 in season openers since 1999. So your thoughts on this game, Sauce?
Thoughts on this game is, when we had Cooper on the show to do NFL Week 1 preview, he spoke about the Browns and, what a good all-round team that they've got. They're pretty stacked on the offense. Their defense is really good. And for most of this game, they had kept Mahomes and that high-powered Chiefs offense pretty tame. But it just took a couple of mistakes and gave him a bit of a sniff. And the biggest one being a failed punt attempt where the punter actually dropped the ball and they were able to get the ball back within their 25 or 30 yards within touchdown range. And they just, piled the points on from there. And, Baker Mayfield was just pissed off so much on the sidelines. You seen him just shaking his head, and all his sort of hard work he did throughout the game. I believe he played well. He was 21 of 28. Yeah, he threw one pick, but they were able to move the ball on the ground. I mean, Nick Chubb 83 yards, 5.5 on average on carries, two TDs. What more can you ask for? 153 yards on the ground. I mean, their offensive line just bullied, opening gaps for the running backs. But when you make mistakes like that, it might not cost you against a lesser team, but when you're coming up against the best quarterback in the league, maybe one or two best, it's going to cost you. And that Chiefs offense made them pay. Mahomes obviously just unreal as usual. QBR of 88, which is just crazy. 27 of 36, 337 yards, 3 TDs. Got sacked twice. So the defense was able to put pressure on him. But second half was just tale of two halves, Doma. Tale of two halves, most definitely. They came out in the second half and they just piled on the points. But helped by the Cleveland's mistakes. But impressed by Cleveland. And I think as I said, Baker's he's a good quarterback, and I think with their ability to run the ball, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. I could see, I can see how Cooper's said that their overall their team is good, and I feel it is. I genuinely feel that they should be good enough to be a playoff team this season again.
Nice. And the last game to cover week 1 was the Packers going down to the Saints 38-3. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Matty as well, because he said that with Winston, a lot of the reservations of people looking at the Saints was obviously Breeze is gone, Winston's in, Winston throws a lot of picks, and Matty said with the coaching staff down there, they'll be able to fit him into the offense. He throws a great ball. He was just very he threw a lot of picks just in Tampa. But if you reduce the picks, he can make wonders work in New Orleans, and it showed. He had a career high 5 TDs. He'd never done that before, and they spanked the Packers. Absolutely spanked them. So you wanted to mention something about this game.
Yeah, so obviously there's recent natural disasters in New Orleans, so the game wasn't able to be played there, so they had to play, I believe, in Florida. And it's funny enough that they chose Florida for a specific reason because, Aaron Rodgers' record in Florida is atrocious. Atrocious, right? I think he's won one game there out of, I don't know how many he's played, but it's just a terrible, terrible record. I heard him mentioning it on their commentary. So I just found that quite interesting. But, they were no match. I mean, they couldn't get the offense going. Defense just dominated. And then on the other side of the ball, Green Bay, they couldn't stop the Saints offense. And, we were told to obviously look out for Winston and see, he's one to watch. And if someone was savvy enough and was picking up his cards, I'll tell you what, if they've had a bump, I'd be selling them. Not to say that, they can't go further in the season, but I feel like they would be at a good point to sell. I'm not sure. I wasn't familiar with what his cards were doing, but it's just an interesting thing that I picked up on. But look, Jameis Winston, 14 of 20, right? 5 TDs, QBR 92.5. I don't know how much better you can play. Alvin Kamara, 83 yards, unreal. Look, Winston's good because he's got a bit of leg speed, so they were able to, run him a few times. He was able to scramble. He ran 6 times, average carry 6 yards, which is more than any of the running backs. So, it's interesting on the Packers side of the ball. Let's hope there's a hell of a lot of improvement because that was just trash. Yeah, for a team that made the the NFC Championship game. That was very, very
Well,
average.
you know what's funny? The Packers could end up being the Seahawks that I predicted in my preview. It actually could be the other way around. I said Russell Wilson would be unhappy there and they'd finish at the bottom. And it actually could be the other way around. It could be that Aaron Rodgers is the one that stinks it up and Green Bay potentially finish at the bottom of their division. I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. The records and stats in that sense make like a big deal. Like playing at a stadium where they've deliberately done that, Sauce, based on his record there. It's not stupid. They get to elect somewhere to play a home game. You're going to play where Aaron Rodgers is putrid. You're not going to give him any advantage at all. You want to try and win the game. All right, let's move to week 2. Let's just run through these quickly. Giants at Washington, Patriots at Jets, Broncos at Jags, Bills at Dolphins, 49ers at Eagles, Rams at Colts, Raiders at Steelers, Bengals at Bears, Texans at Browns, Saints at Panthers, Vikings at Cardinals, Falcons at Bucks, Titans at Seahawks, Cowboys at Chargers, Chiefs at Ravens, and on Monday Night Football, we have Lions at Packers. Very nice, Sauce. Let's move on. We have the Le Mans of the week. Now, this one... I was literally licking my sour lips with lemon juice after I heard this one, Sauce. Like I came up with this straight away. The moment the final siren sounded, I went, "You are going to be the Le Mans of the week." Straight away. If people don't know, if interstate teams in the AFL are not aware, we've had COVID for the last 2 seasons of the AFL. And what that's done is, because it's been so bad in Melbourne, in Victoria, we've actually had to move all the Victorian teams interstate. So in other words, putting all those teams at a complete and utter disadvantage in the competition, Sauce. They're playing in Tassie, they're playing in Sydney when there wasn't any outbreaks of COVID there, they're playing in Queensland, they're playing in South Australia, playing in Perth. They're not playing at home. There's no home games for the Vic teams. That's why they're from Victoria, Sauce. That's the state they're shut out from. They've moved. They're in bubbles. They did it last year. Richmond and Geelong playing in the grand final. Last time I checked, Geelong's located in regional Victoria and Richmond's in the heart of metropolitan Victoria. So pretty good stat there. And then we roll over to this year and, old Bright Spark over here just goes, "Oh, yeah, Port's got a chance. Brisbane's got a chance." But stupid me didn't see the signs on the wall, Sauce. You could probably give me a Le Mans, but you know what? You don't. You can't give me a Le Mans. I've got to do something real stupid to receive this award. But Sauce, we get to the first final at the Gabba. To get them into a prelim, the Lions lose. That's okay, Sauce. All right, it's okay. Port Adelaide won, so they get a home final in South Australia. But you know why it was okay for the Brisbane Lions? They had a second chance, Sauce. So you know what a second chance does? Do you know what it does? It gives you a home final. And they lost to the Dogs, who went in to play Port Adelaide in a prelim final. So the Vic team beat the interstate team. And then on the other side of the draw, there's 2 Melbourne teams playing in a prelim to go to a grand final. So it's a given. We get Melbourne on one side of the draw. Then I tune in on Saturday night and I go, this is going to be difficult. The Doggies, they struggled towards the end of the season. They played some good footy, but they're coming off a big game from the week before where it came down to the wire. They got a 1-point victory over the Lions. And I go, they're going to be absolutely buggered. Bontempelli's going into this game probably underdone. Cody Waitman's not playing. Their small forward spectacular, he's not in. They roll up. They literally roll up the Brinks truck, Sauce, to Adelaide Oval and literally put the flag in the ground and said, "We're home. Get off the ground, you bunch of spuds." And they tell
after they weren't allowed to train there midweek, they've gone,
exactly.
We're just taking it over.
They're out there, their recovery's in a hotel swimming pool. It's like Eddie the Eel from the Olympics, who was literally training in a hotel swimming pool for the. Literally, they had a gym in a hotel. They couldn't even train anywhere properly. Source. They were using parklands, the dogs. But you know what we do in Victoria? We make do. Sorry for anyone over there that's interstate. You're probably not liking this because the Storm is also dominating in the rugby league. They're also from Victoria, so they're gone. Source, they're gone. They packed their bags, Port Adelaide, and they walked literally down the street. They didn't have to go far because they had a home final and they choked. So 2 years consecutively, Source, consecutively. All right, we've got two Melburnian teams in the grand final, 2 years in a row. Now, my whole 26 years of life prior to the last 2 years, all I've heard, Source, and you can probably attest to this too because you're the same age as me. So for 26 years, you've also heard it is the biggest bullshit that we play a grand final in Melbourne, in Victoria. It's the biggest disadvantage to any Victorian side that is playing in a grand final because it's technically a home game for them. So I look around, Source, the last 2 years, and I go, well, these Victorian teams don't even play home games anymore. Why the hell are they in the grand final? Tell me, Source. So it's all those people that have all of a sudden gone quiet for the last 730 days. They haven't been able to talk. You are all a bunch of
lemons.
So much joy on my face, Source. So much. It is a smug lemon to give. A smug lemon to give. But you know what?
We
It has to
hear
be
it
given.
year in, year out, complaining from these fans, from these teams, interstate. Oh, it's so hard. We got to travel all the time. We got to do all this travel. It's so difficult. Oh, the grand finals played at the MCG, Victoria. It's a disadvantage. Well,
by the way, Source, we're about to lose all our interstate fans here. So.
tell me, please just tell me, right? Is there any more disadvantage than what's happened to Victorian clubs in the last 2 years? Tell me.
No.
It's impossible.
And
here we are, 2 years in a row,
Source.
back-to-back Victorian teams in the granny. We had Richmond and Geelong last year. We got Melbourne and Bulldogs this year. Stop complaining.
I'll give credit where credit's due. New South Wales will give you a pass as well because Sydney and GWS, you had big problems too. So you were also at a severe disadvantage. But you're an interstate team. So, I understand you didn't play any home games. So you're pretty much on the road and the Swans dominated and GWS did really well and they weren't playing any home games as well. So I'll give them some credit where credit's due. But every other team, I don't know what you've been doing. The
worst one's Port Adelaide, mate.
Port Adelaide's the worst one, 100%. You can get your prison bar jumpers, mate, and, jam them where the sun don't shine. So let's move on, Source. Hobby Talk, brought to you, as we like to say, by Cardladder. So have a listen to this one.
Imagine everything you love about the hobby in the palm of your hand. An entire store at your fingertips. Everything you need to know about cards is within your grasp. Unlock the secrets of the hobby. Plus, so much more. You don't have to imagine anymore. It's here. Cardladder. Get the app today.
Bang! We're back.
Doma.
There's a bit that's been happening at Double Coverage, Source. A little bit. We can drop one at the beginning and then we can drop the other one at the end. They're all well known now. Saucey and I are very proud to announce again, live this time on a podcast, that we did get accepted to be the bulk sub for HGA here in Melbourne, Australia. So very proud of that. Sauce and I do take that very warmly and very excited for what's to come because, we've worked hard and it just shows some respect there for us and what we do and the trust has been built between us and HGA and we really do appreciate that. So looking forward to that. Lines, So also can't believe we're saying this on the lines are open. Get your cards in. People are already sending cards in. We've had a few emails, a few submission forms. We've seen some beauties already, Sauce. And not for anything. This is something like Sauce and I wanted to get into. And not for we actually looked at each other and said the best thing that is going to happen with these bulk sub, not just the community that's going to get built. And obviously a lot of our double coverage fam is in the HGA Bulk Subs Australia Facebook page, which I'm sure Sauce is going to plug right now, and he has. But it's going to be awesome because Sauce and I are going to be hands-on with some of the most epic cards coming through our doors, and we're going to get to see them and get them ready for submission, and then obviously get to see them when they come back with the grades for the clients. And the people. So we're just so pumped for it. Some nice cards already, Sauce, that we've seen.
Excited, Dom.
We can't wait to see him in person because obviously photos don't do it justice. So we like seeing him in person. So that's an awesome thing that's happening. The group is in the comments. Saucy will probably put it in the description as well. But awesome stuff there. Next, Sauce, we've got the blockchain, which you know what I've done, haven't you? Do you know what I've done? I haven't even got it open.
You've done it, me. That's usually my gig.
I haven't even. I've got the Knights Lance open yet because I wanted to.
Hang on. Oh well, then we'll get to that in a second. But before we get to that, we'll plug our Discord. If you're not in the Discord channel, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the description. Go there, join the Discord channel. I'll even chuck it in the comments right now, just if you're not in there. We've got the double coverage fam Discord. I will bring it up quickly, Doma, and show the people
bit of a tutorial
on screen. Here is the Discord channel, right? So we've got the there's all my other channels on the right. I'm obviously part of Luca's Tigers as well. But our Discord channel, you'll come to this screen. It will say, please verify. You click the little tick box here. Once you click the little tick box, you'll get opened up all to these channels. You've got our YouTube content goes in here. You've got our social links. You know where to find us, which are also in the description. And we've got our information on the HGA Bulk Sub. We've got a HGA general chat where people go through there and chat about HGA. We've got a basketball chat, basketball buy, trade, sell, NBA Top Shot, which no one's posting there. If you collect Top Shots, I've chucked it in there. We've got our soccer chat, buy, sell, trade, and soccer. It goes on. NFL chat, Formula One, UFC, Australian football, NRL, rugby league, baseball. Then we got an other sports section. Then we got a Pokemon, DBZ, Dragon Ball section. We got the other TCG section, and then obviously NFTs, and then an area where people feel free to promote yourselves, where we've had a few people in there promoting themselves. And if you do any breaks, we offer people to, promote your breaks in that channel as well. And we've also got a channel which, you can put your suggestions in as well, Doma. So, look, that's just a number of the things that we are in the channel. If you're not in there, get in there. We talk about all things. When there's live sports going on, get in there, talk about what's going on in the game in the NFL that was happening on Monday morning. Then we had, obviously, the Champions League. I was, if you go in here into the soccer chat, there's me stirring up Donna this morning, putting the print screen of the United, and there's his little
response to that
GIF. He didn't have much to say. That's probably what he was thinking at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Ladies and gents, jump into the Discord, check it out, come in, throw some banter around, have some fun, interact with other people within the community, and, get involved.
Very nice. I'm actually going to ask you, Sauce, to get the blockchain up. But while you do that, we're not going to keep the listeners and the fans waiting. I can bring up this. Announced October 6th release date, we have got Panini Chronicles UFC. Debuts with a cornucopia, Sauce. That's a big word. With a cornucopia of unique designs from across various Panini America brands. Look for 2 autos per box on average. Find more than 20 different base set designs for Panini America's product portfolio, including the hobby exclusive Noir, National Treasures, and Gala. Find jumbo auto memorabilia cards in Crown Royale silhouettes and National Treasures memorabilia autos. Chase rare silver prism parallels in base optic rated rookies. So we're going to get some tickets, Sauce. We're getting some tickets. Base Crusade, base Flux, base Contenders optic season ticket, and base spectra. Enjoy the preview below. Here it is. We've got Jorge Masvidal. He's Saucey's boys here. Look at him. Look, Saucey's he's keen for this. This is his other boy here, Spectra of Volkanovski.
Tell you what, Volkanovski rookie
Derek.
refractors out of tops are still cheap, ladies and gents. You can still go pick them up. I think I seen some the other day. I'm nearly tempted to go buy them.
What about this big fella? Big boy.
Big boy Derek
There you
Lewis.
go. Michael Chandler's got an RC. Rookies and stars. Valentina Shevchenko. Rose Namajunas. Dustin Poirier. He's a nice Israel Adesanya. That's actually a nice card, that Flux.
Yeah, I like it, Tom. I like it. But, it'd be really nice if they could do some, some unique stuff, for the sport,
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just taking this stuff out of basketball and that and just chucking on UFC guys on there. Like, make something that's a product that's just you only see in UFC. Like, don't be something different.
They should just call it Panini UFC Caged. There's a product name for you. I'll take the employment there. I'll take the rights to that. Caged. I don't know. Freaking tap out. Call it something. And then you got here goes a bit of a patch auto of Amanda Nunes. As we know, she's a machine. So here you go, Sauce. I'm done with that. So look forward to that in October. But I'm with you, Sauce. I think they have to become a bit more fresh, but not for anything. They're losing the license, so they'll just rinse and repeat and print Chronicles Collector's Edition, Chronicles Limited Edition, Chronicles. So it's the chronological order of the Chronicles. They'll just print 1,000 things next year, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they'll be well, I mean, I don't know if they've lost the license to UFC. I don't think they have, but yeah, they'll be stretching that out. UFC in their soccer products. So in times to come. All right, Doma. Let's bring up the blockchain cards. And let's have a look what they got. They got a Trevor Lawrence and Trey Lance dual collegiate 1 of 1. We got a Justin Herbert autograph. I mean, sick patch, but they ruin it with that sticker, unfortunately. Then they got the KG 1 of 1 autograph. I wonder if you actually get the NFT card if it looks like it's a sticker on there, or if it's like actually looks like the autos within the card. So it'd be pretty funny.
I reckon it'll look exactly like that.
All right, that's
me, but
it's pretty atrocious. All right, then we got the Chase Young. It is. Let's be honest. Kyler Murray. We got
love it.
Hang on, Brian Hayes. A few NFL ones. Then we got a R.J. Barrett, Mark McGuire out of baseball. Then we got a John Elway. Oh, he's a nice auto. Hang on. Let me have a look at that. Let's have a look at that auto. Can I bring it up bigger? No, it doesn't want to come bigger. No, it's a nice auto though. I don't know. It's probably just been a bit slow. Then we got a Bam Adebayo, Killian Hayes, Spencer Torkelson, another baseball one. Troy Polamalu. We got a Devin Vassell, Henry Ruggs for the Raiders. Is that a laundry tag? Is it? Might be. Then we've got the Tyrex Maxey. Got a logo man Patrick Williams. Interesting. And a.
You going to bid on that? What's that?
Sundo Compazzo. Well, it's at
57K.
57K. I mean, it started at 100K.
You put a bid.
I'll be interested to see what this goes for.
Buy for a cent.
Once again, Domo, we still don't know what these sell for. We still don't know what these sell for, which is just outrageous if you ask me.
I still don't understand how that's not a thing yet because of all the releases that they're doing. How do we not know yet?
Yeah, let's have a look here.
It's just unbelievable. There has to be, surely. I know we haven't looked in a while, but come on. We're taking the piss now, aren't we?
Let's see what's in under the Panini Instant NBA here. They still plugging these, are they? Oh, that's just the number 2. Yeah. Could have given this as a bit of a play. Anyone who doesn't know, you can literally go get. This is a bit like the Tops Now Panini Instant. You can literally go. These are on demand print. So it's probably just still the spuds in here, but you could have printed as many Josh Giddey rookie cards from Panini Instant as you wanted. Seems as though, well, I mean, it's a good sign. I'm guessing it's a good sign, Dom, because I reckon this means that they've had a rookie day because they've all like got these images like this. So it means we probably should be getting some player-worn material in the patches for the new season, unlike what's transpired in the previous season with LaMelo draft class with Anthony Edwards and the like. So probably that's good. That's positive news.
Very nice. Also, Flux inaugural edition has been announced, so that's going to get its own standalone product. I know it's very popular, so your thoughts on it? Well, every Panini product sells out, but do you reckon it'll hit as well as some of the other products out there?
Yeah, I'm not. I stand to be corrected because I don't actually know, but I think Flux was at one point a standalone product previously.
It says inaugural.
It's inaugural. Okay.
Inaugural, yeah.
Anyway, all I know is that people love the Flux set, which came out in Chronicles last year. And I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're trying to add more sets. As I said, Dollar, this is just going to become the new norm. We'll do our bit of research once this year's the total amount of sets come out this year. But you know what? Last year we had 58 sets or something like that. Something ridiculous.
Just
show
some of the cards you can get in here. Design. We haven't got a preview of it yet, but
yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, they look all right. They look all right.
Look what's come up in the search.
I'm not saying they then knocking the house over.
Look at the Don, Shisha the Don, Luke of the Don, whichever one you prefer these days. There you go. So interesting to see what happens there. Also, Saucey Industry Summit was on this week, so some great minds all got together. Their brands were all on display in Las Vegas. Some big names in the hobby there, and selling product, good networking opportunity. Fantastic stuff. Not much came out of that though. There wasn't really any big bombs dropped in terms of product, and so it's just a really good get together for those people in the industry, and it's fantastic that we are able to have stuff like that over in the States on again. Obviously, we had the National, we've had this now. I think we got Dallas coming up towards the end of the year. I think October. Is that Dallas again? I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. So awesome stuff there. Also, Sauce. Our boys, and we've said it from day one, all right? We were harsh on them when we had to be harsh, all right? We know it's a two-way street. It's not always a one-way street. PSA, their subs have gone down to 150 USD now, so price reduction, it looks like they're getting through their backlog, I hope. I mean, I'd hope the whole point of them increasing their price was so that people didn't send more cards. And I hope that means that they've gotten through a significant chunk of their backlog. But, yeah, I actually don't expect them to be caught up on their backlog until the end of 2022. Poor. Good call. Big call. It wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised, Sauce. I genuinely wouldn't. There's a lot of cards in there. I think people realize just the enormity of it. Having 20 million cards, Sauce. to put into perspective, like everyone would go, "Oh, holy crap!" Like Burbank Sports Cards when he showed like how many cards they've got in the back there.
Yeah.
I just literally imagine a whole warehouse like that at our PSA. That's genuinely what everyone went, "Holy crap! Look how many cards they got." No, just pretend that's PSA and those cards are meant to be graded. Like they explain at Burbank how long it takes to log the cards. Just imagine if there's 20 million they have to log, look over, and grade. Like it's a time-consuming process. It doesn't happen overnight. So I'm with you, Sauce. I reckon probably towards the end of next year, middle of next year, towards the end of next year, the backlog will probably start to become a bit cruisier in terms of accepting cards. I've heard a few things that their bulk subs may be opening up early next year. I don't know. I'm assuming that they've put the policies and practices into place, or if they want to have bulk subs back, because that's just, as you know, bulk sub is a heap of cards coming through your door. So in high volume. So we'll wait and see what's happening, but it's good signs. Global says they're grading nearly 200,000 cards per week. So it's not too hard to do the math. 200, yeah, it's too hard for me. It's too hard for me, So 10 weeks is 2 million. 10 weeks is 200 weeks is 20 million. Am I on the money? I think I am. 100 weeks is 2 years. Shit. That could be there for a while.
So. I think no.
No,
Is your maths good?
I think I'm on the money. No. Yeah. Tell me, Global, am I right there? Shit. I didn't do too well in maths. Hopefully our math teacher isn't listening. She wouldn't be too proud of me with that one. But I think it's works out to be 100 weeks. That's Sauce. Even if it is 50 weeks, yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's 100 weeks. Just imagine, Sauce, you have 100 weeks to grade 20 million cards, yeah? But the problem is, Sauce, more cards are still coming in while you're grading the current backlog. It's not like we're saying, "Oh, we closed our doors, we're accepting no cards." It's we're closing our doors, but you can still send cards at this option. So it's crazy. Adam said, imagine the slab production, like just the plastic. They outsource. I'm pretty sure they outsource. So it would be insane. Honestly, funnily enough, Sauce, you know how funny this is? Someone followed us today. So anyone in the comments, someone followed us over in China. They sent us a DM and they said, "We saw that you're into cards." And they said, "Oh, we were wondering if you were interested in buying an ultrasonic slab machine. Like it seals slabs for you." I'm not joking, Sauce. I shit you not. We got sent a video. "Hello, this is so-and-so from Dezo Ultrasonic Technology based in China. Since you are in the card business, we think you may need card holders and a welding machine. Please contact us if you need it." Like, I know we spoke about double coverage slabs as a joke, but you didn't have to send us a DM with machinery, mate. Holy moly!
Before we go to that extent, Domo, we're gonna get this out and we're gonna give this a review on the channel. If anyone can see that, you probably can't see it. That's the vanity slab. It's the vanity slab, which was kind enough to be sent to us by Henry and Craig from Vanity Slabs. And they sent us out. Not only did they send us out that dollar, that's just one of the slabs. They sent us out 2 of their investment packages, which in the investment package you actually get a card, right? And you get a vanity slab in there, which is this. So the way they explain it is it's like a Tupperware container for your card. Like a Tupperware container, you can pop it open and you can pop it shut. That's what this is. And you can generate your own labels and get them printed and change the label in it and everything. So it's just a slab to protect your card.
I'm spot on. Shit, my maths is elite, bro. Yeah, see, I'm a mathematician. Funnily enough, Sauce and I are going to keep one each. Obviously, we got sent them. We're going to keep one each, but we got a whole bundle sent to us.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to give these away. We've got, courtesy of Tyson Beck, we got a whole bunch of Tyson Beck cards that he sent to us. The great fella, literally a whole bunch of cards, which was really nice of him. He didn't have to do that, but he did, and we really do appreciate it. So we've got those. We've got some vanity slabs to give away, Sauce. Our giveaway stuff is going bananas. Get us to 100 members in the Discord, and we'll be doing a giveaway. So there's some incentive to get in there. When we get to 500, there'll be another one, and so on and so forth.
There'll be an exclusive giveaway for the 100 people that are in the Discord, ladies and gents.
We'll come up with some quiz.
And then we'll definitely be trying to run another one to get the Discord to 500, and then we'll be doing another giveaway. So once we get to 100 members in the Discord, we will be doing a giveaway. I think we're at the moment around about 50. So, another 50 should be easy. I mean, we've got 1,200 followers. This show weekly gets probably about 100 something plus plays. So if everyone who listened to this once jumps in the Discord, it's all in the description. That'd be much appreciated. And you could win something for free for just getting in the Discord.
Exactly. Very nice. All right. Quickly, before we get into started from the bottom, now we're here. Let's quickly go through this. I saw this on Cardboard Connection. I thought it'd be, not that. I didn't see that on Cardboard Connection, not the homepage. I've had a mare. But you know what? I came prepared, Sauce. I've got another tab open because I had a feeling the internet was going to do my head in. So they've got an article here. This is from the 1st of September to the 7th of September. So last week, is it last week? Week before? Last week. Top 15 boxes that have sold, through completed sales on eBay. So interesting. If anything stands out, Sauce, definitely do stop me. 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball at number 1. We had Topps Chrome MLS Soccer, which is interesting. Starting to show that the soccer market could be growing. The MLS isn't a terrible league. It's heads and shoulders above the A-League here in Australia. James says, lucky I'm already in for the Discord.
Love it, James. Love it, James. If you got any friends who are interested in cards, get them in there as well.
My internet's gone to shit again. We had Panini Certified Football, 2021 Donruss Football, Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy.
Funny enough, that's pretty funny, considering we just had Big Boy Movement 805 on the show not long ago. And he did mention that he was buying those Star Wars boxes. So I'll be interested to see. Actually, I'm gonna actually have a look. What's the box called, Doma?
Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy.
Okay. Let's have a look and see if the prices have gone up.
Man, we're having a shocker here. Oh, sorry, ladies and gents, people watching. My internet has pooed itself. It is in dire need of a reset, but I can't do that right about now because I'll be out. There you go. It's gone again. All right. Saucy, I'll leave it to you. We had black football in there as well. We had a few other things. It's genuinely shit itself. So.
All right, Doma. I'll just
Global said I'm sharing Wi-Fi with Ziggy. I love that.
Yeah. So the boxes aren't too expensive. I mean, I'm sure it's a fun rip. I mean, at that price, the box is $140. If you're interested in, Star Wars, why not? Why not?
I'm genuinely thinking about sending this listing to my dad's Source because he loves Star Wars.
Yeah, the only beef I got with it is that Star Wars is obviously owned now by Disney and they've butchered the last few movies, so I'm sort of don't want to give them more money. But there's some nice cards, mate. So yeah, and they woke everything and ruin it. So unfortunately, so look, we'll move on to the next segment, which I don't have anything prepared. So if you've got something, Doma, let me know. if anyone wants to know or has seen anything and you're in the comments, now this whole segment's called Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here.
I do have something.
Oh, here we go. Well, I'll explain what it is first. So people out there, if you have anyone, if you've doing your research and want us to bring something up in a future episode, DM us, let us know. It's the idea of it is comparing obviously an older player who has accomplished stuff in their career to a modern player and what their prices are going for. So in previous weeks, we've compared some LaMelo Ball stuff to Kobe Bryant. We've also compared Herbert and Burrow to guys like Rodgers and Russell Wilson, and then or even Peyton Manning. We compared them. So, yeah, that's the type of vibe that we're going to. We just feel like we just want people to be all-round understanding of the market that we're in. Like, I get it that, you want to watch your players, you want to watch the guys who you're buying, but at the end of the day, if you're looking at buying them and holding them for 10 years, right, you got to think about, well, will they reach the pinnacle of this player? And that's the way I sort of think about it. Look, I'm not saying every guy you buy is like that, but if that's the way you're thinking, you need to then compare it to the guys who have gone past. So who do you have, Dollar?
Russell Westbrook and Ja Morant. They are exactly the same type of player, scoring guards, highly explosive. And I'm keen to see, because obviously Russell Westbrook has had a very, decorated career, I'd say, stats-wise. He's a great player, as much as we give him shit.
And a championship to come.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Just a few things, Global. Weirdest card that you own, Source? Mine would have been the playing cards we could have bought in Amsterdam when we went to Europe in 2008, but our parents didn't allow us to buy those with the graphic images on them. That's what happens when you're a teenage boy. That would have been the weirdest, but weirdest one? I don't know. I haven't got anything that obscure. Probably my Wayne Carey. I always cop shit for that. My Wayne Carey rookies. People always give me crap for that. I don't know. I haven't got anything. Probably got some stuff at my parents' place. Global said he's gone through an old box and found some classic Ren and Stimpy holograms that he's had for 30 years. Nice.
There you go.
James has said, what are your thoughts on UEFA Champions League? Steve Aoki, Saucey's favorite product.
Don't get me started on
the
it.
card,
Don't,
honestly,
please
Sauce,
don't.
no. The card designs are nice. I'll get it up if my internet wants to freaking work. But
all right,
we'll go
look,
through
we're
this
going to
and then
compare
after this.
So we're going to compare the Topps Chrome PSA 10 base card to the silver. Now, why would I choose the silver when one's a silver, one's a base? Well, have a look at the pop, yeah? Well, one's got a pop of 120, one's got a pop of 1184. These guys are very similar in, quality. Yeah, I mean, it's got 1/10 of the pop, right? And it's not really growing quickly. If you click here, you go your little. I figured out how to do this the other day. I love it. Well, there's your monthly growth. It's not growing at all. So that thing's not growing very, very fast. We go have a look at the Ja Morant. Let's have a look at the monthly growth.
So
It's growing nearly 3% a month. So, that's telling me that have a look at that graph. Have a look at that graph, 1 year graph. There was at the pinnacle, these were nearly $5,000 a pop. I mean, you can buy them for about $1,500. Russell Westbrook, even that was probably. Look at that. This is what I love to see. Russell Westbrook has just sort of had an increase over the last year. Pretty cool.
I reckon a lot of that's probably because of that Lakers move as well, Source. People anticipating a championship for him.
Yeah, baked in there a little bit. But,
that's crazy.
He deserves it. Like, look, as much as I've hated on Westbrook in this show in the past, he's part of the Lakers now, so I love it. Right?
At least you said it.
Right?
I was about to stop you right there and be like, pull the other leg. Here we go.
Right.
Now, it was bad, dude, but now he plays for my team, and he's the greatest point guard of all time.
No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. The reason he's going to be better is because LeBron's on his team. That's why, all right? Unlike Mr. Goldberg over at LTB, who says that LeBron doesn't make anyone better around
Did you
him.
hear his take today?
I actually turned it off before I heard the take because I was like, I can't listen to another rubbish thing that comes out of his mouth. I'll be honest with you about him and his LeBron takes.
He said the argument should be for who's second best in the world of all time.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
first.
that's fine.
Saying that LeBron shouldn't even be second.
Yeah. Oh, right. Interesting. Interesting.
No, we love you, Goldie.
But yeah, look, this is a good one, Dom. You know what? This is a good one. Look at that, right? Let's go over the year. I mean,
it's just been consistent.
You're telling me
Westbrook's been pretty consistent.
Well, that blue one's Ja Morant.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that.
I know.
Westbrook's only gone over him just recently, and that's probably got more to do with the move to the Lakers than people actually giving Westbrook the respect he deserves and what he's achieved in his career. I mean, I don't know if people Russell Westbrook's still got another 4, maybe 5 seasons in him.
Is
4
there
seasons?
Is there a thing in there for his refractor in there for the Topps Chrome?
We'll have a look here.
I'll be very keen to see that compared to the Jar Silver. Obviously, we go with the Jar Silver because that is pretty much today's Topps Chrome refractor.
Yeah, but I'm going in comparison to the Pop. Dom.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like why we use Prism always as the floor for these products, because Prism is like today's modern age Topps Chrome basketball.
No refractor in here, man. No refractor. Let me have a look.
No, not in there.
But like, you're not gonna compare like the Prism base card.
Yeah, with 10 gazillion fucking.
You're not going to compare that. Oh man, I was supposed to put that in the compare. Damn it. You're not going to compare that. I mean, look at this. 4.35% a month growing.
There's 17,000 in the pop.
There's 17,000, man. I mean, do people remember when this was an $800 card? I mean, you want to go buy one now? It's $200. I mean, this is just outrageous. Look at that, down 53% over the last year, over the last 6 months, down 51. A lot of that down from 6 months ago. That's crazy. It's crazy. We had 2 peaks, boom, all-time high. Now it's back to this is actually an all-time low for this card. It doesn't tell you if that doesn't give you red flags on Prism base cards. I don't know what the hell will. Stay away from that shit, man. Straight out.
Global said Westbrook is an effing beast. I don't even own a card. Steph is my favorite player of all time, and I think he finishes his career with hopefully 1 or 2 more titles and a few more accolades. I personally am a little biased, but close to top 5 all time. No. Sorry, Global. That's just me personally. It's crazy, the price point there.
There was a point there where the base card was selling for more than the Westbrook.
It's
pretty
insane.
nuts.
All right, Sauce.
I like that one, Dom. I like that one. I mean, let's be honest. As much as Ja Morant may win an MVP one day, I mean, the way Westbrook is going by the end of his career is going to be, really, really high up there in the statistical columns.
See, this is hard. See, like Global said top 10 for Steph, because I said he's not top 5.
I'd put him in the top 10. I'd put him in the top 10 because just from what he's done for the game, though, for what he's done for the game and the way he's changed the way.
Wouldn't you put Kevin Durant in front of him or no?
Yeah, I'd put Kevin Durant in front of him.
So you're putting Kevin Durant and Steph Curry in the top 10?
We'd have to think about it. Maybe we'll have to come up with a top 10 comeback next week, bro.
There you go.
1 to 10.
You like that one. You like that one, don't you? Got you there. A trap jar. So, no, that's just me. I'll have to do up my top 10. Steph Curry better than Isaiah Thomas? Or is that me just being biased?
I don't know. I reckon that's a tough one, man.
Isaiah Thomas, man. I know.
He actually might have locked him down, man.
I reckon Isaiah Thomas would have give Stephen Curry a lesson in basketball, especially defensively. So is Isaiah Thomas global? Not everyone can go out there on a fractured ankle or broken leg or whatever it was and just dominate. That's what he did. The Nathan Fife of the NBA. I love it. All right, so let's move on. Saucey Smokey, we'll probably bring that to you next week, Global. We'll probably do our top 10s and we'll compare them, and then Saucey can say I'm a lemon and I can call him a lemon. And you know what? Someone probably might call for us to both be lemons when we put our list out. I might even put LeBron number 1's tag Goldie. That's what I might do. Be even better. All right, Saucey Smokey.
All right,
What
let's. So my Smokey, it's a soccer one, right? And I'm not. It's not. I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get a bit more. Rather than just saying a card, right? Because this is not what I want. This is not. I would say just sometimes I say just a card, but this is looking at more this variant, right? And now you could go at it in any way and buy. There's a number of different cards, but Mosaic Euro product has fallen off a cliff, yeah. And with that, not what I'm talking about the prices of the boxes, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
They've fallen off a cliff to the point where it's like, you know what? This is actually a good time to buy it and rip the product. And we did talk about it on Crunch Time when we tiered up the soccer product, and I said I'd rip it because at the price point it's at, and I feel like it's good rip. But Anth has mentioned this on Crunch Time, so I'm sort of pinching it a bit off him. He put me onto this variant, but why I'm saying this variant at this point is because if you go back and have a look back in August, start of August and whatnot, these Peacock variants, which I'll bring it up now, right? I'll bring up I actually bought one of these this week, Dom. I showed you a photo. I bought exactly this card, Bayako Saka, my favorite player at Arsenal. I'm going to get an Arsenal jersey. I don't really want to, but look, I like this guy.
Yeah,
get him on the back. I mean, the last one I bought was a Bumyang. I'm nearly thinking about throwing that one in the bin. Right?
You only buy them off DH Gate anyway, so
yeah, I do only buy them off.
There's a plug for them.
There's a plug for them.
All the gems.
Well, I mean, I've got too many, so I'm not going to spend big bucks on it. But so yeah, I will get one off there. These Peacock variants are nice. I like them. I want to get this. I want to put it in a custom HGA labeled slab and see what they can do with it. But this year, back in August, middle of August, start of August, they were going for $300. Yeah, Arsenal jerseys are on sale now.
That's
mate.
Great.
It's they're on Boxing Day sales, and it's far from Boxing Day. Hey, look, I'm more than happy to make fun of my own team. We freaking suck.
They're handing them out, mate. England's gone back into a lockdown, and they're handing out Arsenal jerseys as toilet paper because they're out of stock.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, mate. Should be handing out them United ones after this morning's performance against Young Boys. So this Peacock variant, if you go have a look, some of the prices that you were seeing, about 4 to 6 weeks ago, it's dropped a heap. I mean, here's another one that I wouldn't mind getting. This bloke here, he's a good player. He's a gun. He's not going to be. He plays for RB Leipzig. He's not going to be there for much longer. At some point, he's going to be out of there.
You can bid on that, but Luke, you'll take it from you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, maybe that might be my next one that I pick up. But I like the variant. I mean, you've got the Camavinga. I'll be interested. I'll chuck that in the watch list, see what that goes for. Who knows what this goes for? It's on our favorite Shilsteins. So let's see a few that are ending soon.
You know what the positive about this is, Sauce? The fact that it keeps dropping in price. And the fact that Peacocks keep dropping, I hope that this variant of card just keeps dropping completely, and then people realize that, oh man, this is actually an awesome card to have in my collection. before it starts to get a bit of a run up again. Because it's sick. Who was that in the Dutch uniform? Don't tell me that was De Jong.
Nah, Klassen.
Man, I was about to just say, send me the list.
I'll chuck a few of these in the watch list and see what they end for.
Global with the lemon. I love it.
Here we go. There's a Donnarumma. Here we go. I'll chuck that in the watch list.
Get in there.
Bit of live watch here. Yeah, so this is just what I've been looking at. I just feel like the price on these have come down. Like, I mean, you might not like it. There's also the Genesis that you can get out of the Mosaic Euro. But just, I mean, a good time to go pick up a soccer guy that you might be interested in. Soccer was mine. Picked it up for 150 USD. As I said, that was 50% off the prices that they were selling for back in August. So happy days, man.
That's a Luke de Jong. I got excited.
Yeah, this is just the ones that
that's a good play. We've actually got some boxes coming to listeners and viewers. We got some boxes coming. Saucey and I are going to rip them on the channel. So you'll be able to see some of these cards live.
I think you're guaranteed one peacock in the box.
I'm going to get Ronaldo. I'm calling it right now. I'm getting Ronaldo. I'm getting Ronaldo, and then I'm retiring from the hobby if I get Ronaldo.
It's retiring.
I'm retiring. Done.
There we go. Marek Hamsik.
Actually, no, Sauce. I can't retire. I forgot. Every EPL product next year is going to have Ronaldo in it. So, and it's going to get printed into the moon, mate. Panini's going to be like, Ronaldo. They're going to release probably 1,000 card base set. Every card is just a different variant of Ronaldo. In his Calvin Klein jocks. They don't care, mate. They just keep
everything they'll have up there.
I like it, Sauce. I like it.
Oh yeah, that's the play. I'm just scrolling through, chucking some on my watch list that I'm interested in. So yeah, that's the Saucy Smokey for this week. I feel that there are some Mosaic Euro products, variants out there that have taken a bit of a nosedive, and now might be a good time to pick it up.
He's a gun. I actually bought one of his Pitch Kings a couple of weeks ago. Global. I showed it on Crunch Time last week. Surprising coming from a United supporter. Yeah, I know. All right. Done and dusted, Sauce. Please check us out where you can. Share us around. Tell your friends. I'm not going to steal Cage's line. So just tell whoever you think would be interested in some hobby and sports content. Thank you to everyone that listened, viewed. We really appreciate it. I'm Dom with a great man, Sauce. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. Double coverage.
Peace out.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double curve.